Hello and welcome. My name is Gail Moffat and I am what God calls is his prophet, and I am able to communicate with God and have done since 2017. So my next leg of the journey, which I am involved in, is he has taken me to Mexico. There is a basilica here that is one of the most famous basilicas in the world, of which I am going to go and visit this afternoon. But on Sunday, we will be going to San Miguel Allende, which is it's a small town in Mexico, but it's very beautiful, full of churches. And I know that God is leading me to this position where I go to this church. And I have just been communicating with God and Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, and they are going to be helping me in establishing myself in that community, but also establishing myself in as much as that I will be telling the priest who I am and what I am doing with God. So, everyone, keep your fingers crossed for me. And so another thing is Dr. James, who works very close with me on the healing work, and he's someone that actually teaches the guides to be healing guides with all the healers that exist. And so God has asked him to work with me. And so sometimes it's God that's actually specifically giving the healing, or it's Dr. James that is helping, and it can be either or. But anyway, so I have Dr. James, and he tells me that we are going to be providing some healing for a young person in that community. So I'm quite enthusiastic about that we are able to do something, because this is the sort of work that God has been talking about for so long, and it's starting to happen. So do follow me. I'm going to basically report on here what's happening and my experiences. At the moment, we've just been in Mexico City and we've just been here a few days, and I've just been behaving a bit like a tourist. Why not, indeed? Anyway, I am looking forward to San Miguel, and I know that that place is important to God. Mother Mary has always come through to me with a view to presenting me to the church. And one thing that they have made it very clear to me is that they want the Catholic Church to acknowledge who I am with God. No easy task, I can imagine. But anyway, they're on the case, and they have led me to this church in San Miguel that I'm about to visit. Now, interestingly enough, now here's something that's quite interesting. So when I was doing my connections earlier on, this young man came forward, not so young, but a man came forward, and he said that he was buried in the basilica there, church, cathedral, whatever, church, I think it is, and that he's buried there, and that because of his connection to the town and the church, God has asked him to help also with the work that we're doing there. So it's almost as though God has recruited this person that's buried there. Now, he did give me his name. It's like it's Augustinus, something like that. Anyway, I looked it up, and sure enough, there is that person buried in this church. So he's going to be helping. St. James, Dr. James is going to be helping Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and also God. So quite a little team, I guess. I'm really looking forward to going there, and I'm really looking forward to establishing what exactly is going to be happening and letting you all know, keeping you abreast and included in what I'm doing. Now, of course, if you've got this far, it's because you're interested in what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And so please subscribe and help God, because one thing that God has always said to me, Once we've got enough people listening, then he can talk to us, and he will be talking in a different way than he has done so far. So help me, or rather, if not me, help God, because it's God that wants to do this work. So thank you for listening, and let me pray as always. Thank you, God, for all the help that you give to mankind, for always being present in our lives, for considering our needs at all times, and giving us the opportunities in life that is so needed for the progression of mankind. Once again, I thank all the guides that are stepping forward, that have been chosen by God. And I thank you all individually for supporting this work. As always, I ask the guides of all the people on the land to influence people to turn their heads and communicate with them, allowing them to understand that God is present in our lives. God has chosen his prophet, and that God wishes to communicate with his world. Thank you. Amen. So, thank you, and I look forward to reporting soon. Goodbye.